Welcome back to Fragrance Face Off and the Aventus vs. the World series. Today's battle is Aventus versus one of the most respected inspired interpretations ever created. Brasilia 13ZZ01 by Alexandria Fragrances. One is the legend that started it all. The other is the precision-engineered interpretation, praised for its balance and performance. Does the king still wear the crown? Let's find out. Round 1. Creed Aventus. Released in 2010, Aventus didn't just become popular, it rewrote the entire blueprint of modern masculine perfumery. Inspired by power, ambition, and conquest, Aventus was built to smell like success itself. The name Aventus comes from the Latin meaning, from the wind, symbolizing a man driven forward by momentum, destined to rise. It opens with one of the most iconic openings in fragrance history. Juicy pineapple layered with bright bergamot and crisp apple. This opening is instantly uplifting, fresh, and addictive. As it develops, smoky birch and earthy oak moss step in, creating that legendary fruity-smoky contrast. Blackcurrant adds depth, while ambergris gives it that airy, slightly salty elegance. In the dry down, patchouli, musk, and woods take over, clean, masculine, and confident. Now let's talk performance, because Aventus is famous for batch variation. Some older batches lasted well over 10 hours. More recent bottles typically land in the 6 to 8 hour range, sometimes longer on clothing. Projection is moderate, confident, noticeable, but never loud. On the fragrance wheel, Aventus sits in the dry woods family: crisp woods, smoky facets, and fresh structure, which explains its legendary versatility. Round 2. Alexandria Fragrances Brasilia 13ZZ01. Brasilia 13ZZ01 is Alexandria's ultra-accurate interpretation of Aventus, and what makes this version special is how balanced and natural it smells. The structure mirrors Aventus extremely closely: pineapple, bergamot, blackcurrant, apple, smoky birch, oak moss, musk, patchouli, and ambergris style musks. The opening delivers that same juicy pineapple pop, bright, slightly sweet, but immediately grounded by woods. As it dries down, the smoky birch and musky woods come forward beautifully. Where Brasilia truly stands out is consistency. There are no batch surprises here. Performance is reliable, delivering around 8 to 10 hours of longevity with stronger projection than most modern Aventus bottles. On the fragrance wheel, Brasilia also sits in the dry woods: fresh woods, smoky backbone, and clean masculine structure, staying very faithful to the original DNA. Both fragrances share the same fresh, woody foundation, built around citrus brightness, fruity freshness, smoky woods, musky depth, and subtle leather-like dryness from birch and oak moss. They shine best in spring, summer, and fall, though both can work year-round with lighter sprays. During the day, Aventus transitions effortlessly from business meetings to evening events. Brasilia leans slightly bolder and more expressive, making it feel more at home in social and evening settings. Now let's talk about where each one truly belongs, because context changes everything. For office or business environments, Aventus dominates. Polished, professional, and quietly authoritative. Brasilia can work as well, but its stronger projection means lighter sprays are necessary. In school or university settings, Aventus feels aspirational, clean, confident, and impressive. Brasilia feels bolder and more expressive, better for someone who enjoys standing out. For church or quiet environments, Aventus with one light spray remains respectful and clean. Brasilia can feel too vibrant up front if oversprayed. On a date, Aventus feels confident and seductive without trying. Brasilia adds extra intensity and projection, making it flirtier and more expressive. For casual wear, both perform well. Aventus feels effortless and luxurious, while Brasilia feels energetic and modern. Neither belongs in the gym. Both are too refined and too rich for that environment. In nightlife settings, Brasilia takes the lead. Louder, more vibrant, and attention-grabbing. Aventus can still work, but may get lost in very loud spaces. For formal events and weddings, Aventus remains king, timeless, classy, and universally admired. Brasilia works too, but leans slightly more youthful and modern. Round 3. Head-to-head. Now let's put them side by side. Aventus opens brighter and juicier with pineapple and bergamot. Brasilia opens slightly deeper with wood and smoke appearing earlier. Aventus dries down airy, musky, and refined. Brasilia stays denser, smokier, woodier, and more assertive. In terms of longevity, Aventus averages around 6 to 8 hours due to batch variation. Brasilia delivers a consistent 8 to 10 hours. Projection is another key difference. Aventus projects moderately and elegantly. Brasilia projects stronger and more noticeably. When it comes to value, the gap is massive. Aventus costs about $5.10 per milliliter. Brasilia comes in roughly $1.20 per milliliter. Final round. Verdict. So, who are these fragrances really for? Aventus is for the man who values legacy, prestige, and effortless authority. Brasilia 13ZZ01 is for the man who wants the Aventus DNA with stronger performance and unbeatable value. Who wins? If prestige matters most, Aventus still wears the crown. If performance and price matters more, Brasilia wins on logic. Same DNA, two philosophies, choose your king. Always sample first. Your skin chemistry changes everything. Thanks for watching Aventus vs. the World. If you want to watch another battle, click the boxes showing on screen. And I'll see you in the next face-off.